So let's begin with our first client today, Miss Justina, inviting all of Justina's guides, her angels, to join us now. And let me know when you're ready to proceed.
We are ready.
Let's get started with Justina's questions. But before we do, who do we have with us today to bring through her messages?
The ship arrives for you today. We are the Pleiadian team of light warriors. She arrives with us. Let us see who else arrives. The Syrians, the Octurians, Andromedans, a lot of beings, giants, fairies, all in between. It is a large gathering of energy for her. And they say she has been the mothering, loving energy in so many lifetimes. They honor her. They thank her. She has provided that love to them. She has shown many unconditional love that a mother shows to a child. Many beings step forward. We cannot introduce them all, but she should feel the love from above. She's very well looked after and protected. The angelics stand beside her now, wrap their arms around her. They love her as well. They tell her, "Good job, Mom. You're a beautiful light. We're here to show you how beautiful you are today," they say.
Wonderful. Thank you all so much for being here with us. Let's get started with Justina's questions. Her next question, she says, "It is my understanding that the reason we are limited in our range of healing ourselves is because we don't understand our energy systems and how they work, in addition to our limited knowledge of how cells actually work in the body. Can you explain exactly how our energy systems work and in what manner these systems essentially integrate with the cells in our body?"
Hello, we are the Pleiadians. We're going to try to assist in this understanding today. You are Pleiadian. You are connected to frequency energy well. You understand that this is how you heal yourself. Let us try to gather main concept of energy on Earth, for it is different than home. We are going to show it to you from your soul's point of view, for it is different amongst you all. We will try to differentiate in a moment. Your soul is from the stars. Your soul is at a frequency that is in most resonance with the Pleiades. Therefore, you bring this aspect energy into the physical vessels, the human vessels on Earth now. When you inhabit the physical vessel with the Pleiadian frequency, this frequency allows the human vessel to heal. It is only inhibited by the human mind. The human mind has been entrapped by the third dimensional matrix system that's been set upon the earth. The third dimensional matrix system is set up to limit you, to tell your mind, your body, that you will be diseased, that you will grow old, that you will have illness, pain, suffering. It is set up upon within the matrix system from the dark ones, as you know. You need to see that the human vessel with the Pleiadian frequency residing within should not have disease, should not have pain, should not grow old, should not age. Pleiadians do not age. The frequency of the third dimensional matrix system is what has programmed your cells. Your cells hold an understanding. Your cells have their own life force consciousness that is set apart from you, that has been there, that has been on earth, that has been passed down generationally. The ones that have inhabited the cells, DNA of your bloodline that have come before you, have decided for yourselves, have told yourselves what is true, that when you get older, you age, that you start to hurt, that you get disease. And this has been programmed by the frequencies around you in the matrix. Now you come to override. We appreciate this question, for you feel that it can be changed and you are correct. You need to see that you hold the Pleiadian frequency in the bloodline DNA vessel that you inhabit now, and your frequency can override the system. It can teach it. The cells of your vessel can learn, can adapt. They are of God's source energy creation. They have consciousness as well. Your frequency of your soul needs to connect with the cells of your body to teach it, to show it, to cleanse it, to clear it of the lower densities of the lies. And when you efficiently do this, you create perfect health. You stop to age. But the limiting factor is the human mind, brain, that is caught within the third dimensional matrix system. They have the minds entrapped very well. It is a program that they have running within your field constantly. Your energetic field is picking up on this information. It's a repetitive information that they have put out around you, and it repeats and repeats and repeats. So when you let your guard down, you start to believe it again. You start to feel the pain, the illness creep in to something that you're all fighting for now, to override the system, to allow the star frequency to infiltrate all of the human vessels, to reprogram, to wipe clean the bloodlines of lies. A lot of you have incarnated into vessels of disease in order to save them, to save the bloodline, to save humanity. Do you understand?
Wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing that. Her next question, she says, I'm going to piggyback off my previous question and hopefully expand on what was learned as we dive into the world of bacteria. These pesky little organisms can wreak havoc if ingested or exposed to a wound and make us terribly ill. They have even adapted to our first line of defense, making our man-made antibiotics almost ineffective. We are intelligent, nature is intelligent, and our cells are intelligent. So, how do we protect, defend, and heal ourselves against these bacterial infections? Please feel free to give a science lesson and or share anything from a technology to nature and plants, crystals, meditation, starship healings, and so forth.
First, you need to see that the bacteria that have been set up originally on planet Earth were for a symbiotic relationship, just as the trees and the water are together, just as the bees to the flowers. It was set up so the bacteria in the soil would nourish and balance your systems within. They were made for the good. They were never made to be destructive, to cause disease. You have billions of them within you now that keep you healthy, keep you strong, keep the human vessel alive and functioning. They are the mini operators of your system to thrive on Earth. 'Twas the frequency, do you see? 'Twas the frequency of the dark ones who set up the matrix of lies to entrap you all. Not only does it have an effect on the humans, but an effect on all species on Mother Earth. These bacteria that you now say create dis-ease, they are not meaning to. It is a program. They are replicating faster and have adapted to survive. They are mutating to survive the planet, just as the human beings are trying to mutate now when injected with poison to survive. You are all mutating to create a new, stronger species. This is true of the bacteria on Earth. Your antibiotics have only made it worse. They are not the ones you fight against. The antibiotics are from the dark, creating mutated bacteria that should not be there, that should not exist, creating more disease. They have created these bacteria. They are the ones who allowed them to mutate with their so-called medicines for the human beings. It was not a miracle. It was a punishment that they put upon you all. They tricked you. There was not disease. These are your stories. They tell you stories of how their modern medicine saved humanity. Their modern medicine destroyed humanity, created more disease. The stories you read about are false. The bacteria should have never been what it is today. So now we show you that you have power over it yourself. That they try to play a dirty game, but you are Pleiadian and you see above it. And you know that you are stronger than their game. And that frequency of a higher vibration always wins. Therefore, when you ask us what do we do, you raise your vibration, child. The mutated bacteria that are not symbiotic with the human vessel any longer, for they have created a mutant, cannot survive in a high vibrational being. Only the bacteria that are biological from God, source creation energy, will be allowed to hold a balance within your soul, within your vessel, within your gut, within your skin. Because only the original source bacteria can be a match for high vibrational light. For it can adapt to higher vibration, but the mutant strains cannot. Do you see? It is the same as the humans on Earth. The ones that have remained in a lower state, that have mutated through all of the baggage on Earth. They remain in a lower state and they cannot vibrate higher. The reptiles keep them there. But you, child, can raise your frequency. It is not what should we do to kill the bacteria. That is the wrong question. If you kill the bacteria, you kill yourself. They are a vital reason that the human form survives. You need them. They were a gift. They are a consciousness that you feed and nourish. Expand with your soul, expand with your growth. They allow you to reside in that vessel. They are the life force of the physical vessel. Feed yourself in a way that feeds the higher vibrational bacteria. How do you do this? You feed them the pure foods of the earth that are unadulterated by the dark ones. You feed them the pure life force waters that are purified. You feed them sunlight. You step outside. You feed them through disconnecting from your Wi-Fi's, from your internet, from all of your devices. You get out of the network that feeds the rapid mutating bacteria. And you free yourself from their dis-ease. This is your choice. Do not fight the bacteria. Fight the dark frequency. Where is the dark frequency found on Earth? In your mutated foods, in your poisoned waters, in your internet waves, in the fifth 5G, you call it. Waves coming into your cell phone that you put to your face. That's what feeds the mutated bacteria. They live within the dark frequencies, just as the dark ones do. It is an extension of their consciousness. Do you see? You know how to override this, child. It is not a secret. Do you understand now?
Wonderful information. Thank you so much for sharing that. These are great questions. Her final question today, she says, from what I can tell for at least the last 2 millennia, society and or religion has made a point to suppress both women and the feminine energy they bring forward. We, as in the human collective, have constantly been indoctrinated and programmed that man, masculine energy, is of authority over women, feminine energy. Many quote our Bible, pulling scriptures that state the head of the woman is man, and the woman should learn quietness and full submission. Why has it been so important to suppress feminine energy instead of masculine energy? And what got lost in translation so long ago?
Your question brings forward a lot of energy today. A lot of different understandings come forward. We debating where to start. It's a large understanding question. We will start with the angelic perspective, for they stepped forward. The Bible was brought forward. They say we can translate for them. They want to show you, for those who hold tight to the teachings of the Bible, that's been much misunderstood. Much has been changed, they say. They are saddened by this, for it has brought a lot of heaviness, fear, and shift of balance to the earth that was not desired by God. The way in which it was altered allowed for the dominance of the dark ones. They show us the understanding that in the higher realms of existence, the closer that you come to oneness with Source, there is no masculine, feminine. It is one energy, perfectly balanced. They want the readers of the Bible to see that, to know that, to separate this energy in such a dominant, forceful way, they show is of a lack of understanding. And it is also created, pointed out, altered by a lower frequency understanding. This is what creates separation on earth. Much has created separation, but the Bible that had been altered by the dark ones was to create this separation, to create dominance of their species that is on earth. It is of a masculine energy. It is of forcefulness. There is no balance. But they wished for this to be the ruler, to be the ones who are worshipped. The male energy, they wanted it to be worshipped on earth. And they connected to your Bible. So even those trying to do their best, even those wanting to do right for God, had been misled. And it is unfair. And the angelics point out they are not judged. It is an experience that their soul chose to have. Any that have followed the Bible, thinking, being misled that it was what God intended, are not judged, they say. They are loved. It is understood the misleading was not of their own heart's purity, but of the dark ones who wish for to rule the earth. 'Twas all for their gain. 'Tis all for their power. The feminine energy is love, nurturing kindness, togetherness, community. The mothers bring the people together. They enjoy the groups. They do not wish to dominate. They want to work together. We want to show you feminine energy is like a pack that works together to make it all work, that weaves it in a perfect light. They do not want this. So it was told to them, tell them to be quiet. Put that in the Bible, tell them it's from God. They will believe that, for they have nothing else to believe, and they cannot remember for themselves. For we have set upon them the matrix that will keep them from remembering who they are, and we can tell them anything we desire. And it was done. They do not want the feminine to be heard, for that would unseparate. And when the humanity, works together, bonds from the heart, shares ideas, love, then they are free. They think for themselves. They connect heart to heart, and it activates their true power. Now they don't want that, do they? It's no secret why they keep the masculine energy dominant over the feminine, but not any longer. It has shifted greatly. Many of you have already woken them up, shown them the truth. You are connecting heart to heart in service to all, no longer wanting to get ahead for yourself, for it feels pointless. You feel the pull, the urge. You know you are here for all. You know you are here to be of service in this way, to remind them it's time to reunite as one energy, one consciousness, to ascend the matrix. It is time, you say. You are very powerful in this, child. This is what you bring to the earth now. Feminine love, unity, to ascend the matrix.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for that information. Some great questions Justina asked today.